pasando. Aquí está pasando.
Welcome to Pasando DTLA. My name is TossTones.
And I'm El Padrino, directly from Happening in DTLA Studios.
Y recuerda, aquí está pasando. Familia,
We're here, bro.
están fritos.
That's right. Hey, man. How you doing?
I'm great, man. It's a lot of restlessness.
Still not sleeping?
No, that's not going to happen in like a month, bro. Like, baby, this is beautiful. And his cry is beautiful, but I can't sleep. But I love that baby with all my whole heart.
Yeah, man. I like the FaceTiming with the baby.
Shout out to Itzae John
Inside.
for being born.
Yo, the baby's gorgeous, man.
He's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
He's beautiful. I don't know where he got them eyes. He got the green eyes and everything, but he got it from her side, her father's side. And I wish I looked like that. I wish.
Oh man, yeah,
But
man.
yeah.
That's beautiful, beautiful. So, last night I got into. So we got into this preview show or showing of that new movie that's coming out, Judas and the Black Messiah.
That's a privilege, bro. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like Warner Bros. Just was able to share that with us, and you click on this link and you get on, and I was watching it, just at home chilling. It was a great night.
Oh, so it wasn't like a Zoom, or it was like everybody see it at your own commodity.
Yeah, it was like you have to
That's
be on
lit.
by six something, and once you're logged in, you can just watch, the movie. And then after a certain point, you can pause it only for so long. Like if it's 20-25 minutes, I think it just automatically goes. So it was a cool experience because they were making sure that you're watching it within a certain time frame and you don't just pause it forever.
Right.
But it was the story of Fred Hampton. And he started a chapter of the Black Panther movement. And I mean, I don't mean the story is out there, but it's really amazing how they portray it, man. They have some incredible actors and actresses, and it was just like a moving movie, bro.
The soundtrack,
right?
Play the I haven't heard it yet, but the playlist, the artist, just that I'm like, it's just like an instant classic.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to hear that Nipsey
With Jay-Z.
Woo!
And you
Wow.
know Nipsey goes in, bro. Every verse, he's always so inspiring. So
Rest up, King.
yeah, that's gonna be a good album. I don't think it's out yet.
It's not. No,
No.
I just saw the track list.
Yeah.
And all the artists that are on it, and I'm dying to see this and hear this. I didn't even know if it was a movie. I saw the first thing that I saw was Nas, because Nas is on it. Nas posted it, the track list. And I'm like, yo, what is going on here? But then you told me about the movie, and I was like, so it's a movie?
Right.
I need to see this.
And the one track that's out, which was used in the trailer, was by her, the artist, or her, and she went in. And if you hear the beginning of the beat, it has this rhythm to it, right? This very rooted drums, kind of very Caribbean in a way, or very African in a way.
Right.
And she just as soon as it starts, she goes in, bro. But one of the things that really was inspiring, man, was, or not, I mean, Fred's story is inspiring overall, but something that was interesting about his story was that his movement really took off when he started this coalition, right? So he went to groups of people that, of poor white people in nearby communities, and and got some of their support. But then one of the real big coalitions that he formed was between the Black Panthers and the Young Lords, right? So the Puerto Ricans that were really just fighting for equality in their own way, man. And
at the same time, for those of you that don't know, the Young Lords movement, it was literally the same. It was the counterpart, the Afro-Latino part,
right,
of the Black Panther movement. It was a radical, because it was needed at the time.
Yeah.
after Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, and it's like we had to do something bigger than just walking and clapping and saying that we love each other. So that's really what the Black Panther movement did. So then the Young Lords was the Afro-Latinos, especially Puerto Ricans. There was more than Puerto Ricans. I think there was Dominicans. It was in New York, and probably a bunch of different Latinos that were also allies. Yeah. But just so you know, go check it out, Young Lords. Yeah, we were there too. We're part of that.
And like those heroes on the African American experience were murdered, and on the Puerto Rican experience, there were heroes that were also murdered around the same time. So it was just beautiful, how to see that connection, to see the two sides of really the same story, and then how Puerto Ricans or the Young Lords were just inspired by the Black Panther, man. And that's beautiful. I think it only makes sense. Well, first of all, you guys should watch that movie when it comes out. But please. I think it only makes sense to really just talk about what it means to be Afro-Latino and what is Afro-Latinidad, in our experience, 21st century.
And especially celebrating the Black History Month.
Absolutely.
And when we talk about Black history, a lot of people only think about Afro-American, right? And when we're talking about Black, we're talking about Afro-descendant, right?
Right.
And when we're talking about that, we're talking about a whole plethora of races and communities that is not just Afro-American, and we're talking about Afro-Latino.
Right.
And it's beautiful to talk about this because a lot of people have the misconception. Yeah. And basically, Afro-Latinos have been here for the longest time. Like, actually, we were talking about that. A lot of people don't want to talk about this in this way, and not to demean anything or to put anybody down. We all family, and we all in the same boat. Literally, we all came in the same boat.
Yeah.
So, but the Afro-descendant did not get to U.S. until they already went through the Caribbean. The first Africans to be documented, we're talking about documented because life has been going for centuries and centuries and centuries. But the first Afro person documented in this side of the world, right? It was the African that the Spaniards brought, the Portuguese, the English, right? They brought them, but specifically the first ones to land in the Caribbean, the first ones to land in America as a whole, right, was the Spaniards. The Spaniards were the first ones to land, and they first got into Haiti. That's the first place that they landed. So when we're talking about Afro, and we're talking about Afro-descendancy, and we're talking about Black History Month, we all in the same area.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's funny because Aida, who is, Puerto Rican comedian.
Shout out to Aida.
Yeah, she's hilarious. In one of her shows, she said what you said. She's like, we are literally in the same boat. Our boat arrived to the destination first because we were closer, but we're literally in the same boat, and it's entirely true. Like the fact that about 75 to 80% of people that were, in the transatlantic slave trade from Africa that were taken, raptured
from West Africa.
Right, from West Africa. They went through the West Indies to the Caribbean, and were basically stayed and established themselves or were established in Latin America, right? So, out of the people that were, victims of that system, most of them ended up in Latin America. That's and
enslaved.
Enslaved, yeah. And I think there's something to say about there's definitely a difference between what it meant to be a slave in an English colony versus a Spanish colony, but slavery is slavery. Regardless, it's wrong before the eyes of the law, nature, and God.
They took you from your family.
Exactly.
They took you from your culture, your everything, your language. They stripped everything. They kidnapped you. They work for free. They make you work for build everything because everything. The White House was built
Absolutely.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it's, I think in the U.S., and we said this before, the African Americans are, in my opinion, the most successful, of the African diaspora, like,
100%.
by group. And even then, man, the things that African American folks have gone through in this country are despicable and continue.
Horrendous.
Like the fact that we still have to, go to the marches and demand for Black Lives Matter, and we still have to, really fight for equity, not only in the local level, but at the federal level. Like, that's terrible. But what you see in Latin America is more of the same, where you see like examples of like even like Dominican Republic versus Haiti and like Colombia and let's say like Guatemala. Like you see, and even Costa Rica, where you see that there's a stronghold of, or not a stronghold, but like a African descendant community.
Nicaragua.
And there's
so much.
Yeah, and they're treated, like the least of their country. Mm-hmm. And it's something, that Marcus Garvey would fight for, and something that, Bob Marley would fight for the liberation of African people and African descendants as a whole. Yeah, man.
It's a mark. It's a mark. It's like the mark of the beast, basically. Like just, and Martin Luther King had a speech. Actually, it was an interview where he said something that was very powerful. As a lot of things he said, was that they asked him, the Jewish people and the Irish people have also been through hardships and mm-hmm. discriminations, which is true, horrible stuff. But they overcame it, right? Because they own businesses, they own land, they got to overcome it and put themselves in a better situation, right? And they ask him, why haven't the Africans and the African American been able to do that? And what he said is so beautiful, because the thing is that we have a mark. We cannot change our skin. You know what I'm saying? Like if the situation that happened with the Irish and the Jewish was that they could change their names, mm-hmm. and they did a lot of different they did a lot of different things, but they didn't have to change their skin. They couldn't.
Yeah. Right?
So then and that was so impactful. And the same thing with the Afro-Latinos, the Afro-Latinos. And sometimes it is, I believe sometimes it gets real complicated, mm-hmm. because it's I'm not going to say it's worse, but it's just so weird that it's so bad in our countries that people of color do the same thing with darker skin, darker shade.
Yeah.
And that's crazy to me. Like, are you seriously telling me this with your curly hair ass?
But you know what's the best example for that is the dynamic between Haiti and the DR, right? Because you literally share the same land, the same island.
It's the same island,
right? But there is such a so much tension, like it almost seems that. When there's a Haitian coming over, like it's just they do not like it, and I mean it's something that is really wrong, and it's colorism. Mm-hmm. Like you have let's say the Dominicans are more mixed, you could say, and there is
a lighter skin,
right? But there is like some crazy hatred there of for no reason, and of course there is a lot of differences, starting with language and then culture, but it's the same group. Like literally the only dividing factor there is the fact that one was colonized by one country and the other one was colonized by another. But mm-hmm. outside of that, it's literally the same. But man, it's just, I think that is such a good example. Like even when you go to the DR, right, and you go to see statues and stuff. Bro, it's wild.
It is.
There were some presidents that they would put in a statue, and we have pictures of the president Y el presidente full de que negro.
Negro.
O sea, full. And then you look at the statue, bro, and he looks like Thomas Jefferson. Oh, and you're like, bro.
That's... It's the colorism, like you said.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, not to point any fingers, because, you know, shout out to all races. We love everyone. But this was created by the oppressor.
Absolutely.
And if you look at the seed, because we're like trees, you know, we're just like trees. You plant a seed, and that tree is gonna propagate, right? It's gonna multiply into a point where centuries down the road, you have a whole forest of that tree.
Yeah.
Right? And the only way to really kill that seed, you have to destroy the whole forest.
Yeah.
So it's the same situation with colorism and what the oppressor created. And to go to that point where Haiti versus Dominicana is the same situation that happens here, where black people are killing each other. And it's like, who, you know what I mean? Like the black Afro-Americans are, you know, in the streets. We kill each other instead of uniting, and it's all because of the oppressor. Because the oppressor was like, oh, let me see how we can mess these people up without doing anything. Let's just pin them against each other. They don't have any food. They are not going to be able to own any land. The only ones that are going to be able to own land are the ones that rule, that go by our rule.
Yeah.
So let them fight.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the house person? Not to say the house. Not to say the word, but you know what I'm saying. So this is what created this. It's the same thing in Dominicana and Haiti.
Exactly.
When the Africans, because Haiti is the first country to liberate itself. From the French, right? And that was all African.
And the first black nation to liberate itself, period.
That was all African descent, right? So shout out to them. See, people want to hate on them, and they did the only thing that nobody else had been able to do.
That's right.
Like literally, there's no other country in the Caribbean or even in the U.S. anywhere else. Maybe Colombia, the people in Palenque.
I mean, everybody else tried. I mean,
but they didn't succeed.
Exactly. Haiti. That revolution was so beautiful, man. That revolution is an example. The French afterwards screwed them over, and you know you can read up more on that, on how Haiti paid the French for their freedom for decades. But look.
But it was still going. I think it was still going until like a couple of years ago.
Yeah, for decades. So, but we don't want to get stuck in the struggle, right? Bro, there's been so many beautiful things that obviously has come across. Not only, you know, Afro-Latinidad in Latin America, but when Afro-Latinidad comes to the States, right? Like, for example, jazz, right?
Jazz.
Like, I mean, jazz is a fusion of what, like, African-American, like, you know, they just had, like, the stew going, and then you add the Afro-Latino culture, and bro, that's what jazz is.
When that Latin jazz kicked in.
Absolutely.
Woo, shout out to basically, you know, we gotta give some respect. We're all a part of it, but you know, the older brother is always gonna be Cuba, right?
Absolutely.
So shout out to if you don't know about this, like the way that started happening back in New York, they had this place called the Palladium Dance Hall.
Yeah,
this is one of my favorite stories ever. Like everybody, whoever knows me knows that I am obsessed with the Palladium Dance Hall and what happened there, which created. Without that, there would be no reggaeton or nothing else. Just so you know. Anyway, so this was back in the 50s area. So they were about to go broke. This is a great story. Another reason to understand why Afro-Latinos and Latin people are always saving every situation every situation in history. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you why. They were about to go broke. They were about to close down the place. And they were like, yo, what we gonna do? Jazz is dying. Like at that time, jazz was kind of like, it wasn't dying, but it wasn't the popular thing. There was other things happening, right? The 50s, everything started to change, right? Rock and roll and all these things. So they needed to go they needed to do something because they were gonna close. And there was this dude, I believe he was either Dominican or half Dominican, half Puerto Rican, and he was already mind you, they didn't let black people in there. Mm-hmm. If black people wasn't supposed to be there, and if you weren't gonna be there, you had to go through the back. You couldn't go through the front, right? There was still oppression that way, the segregation. And then they were like, listen, if you want to really keep this going, you're going to have to let Afro-American and black people and Latinos in. If you do that, you're going to have this place packed up and it's going to be lit. Mm-hmm. And they were like, I don't know about that, but trust me. So the guy was like, let me throw this party. Trust in me. I'll bring the Afro-Americans and I'll bring you the Latinos from all over New York, and you'll see what we're going to do. And he was like, okay, I'll trust you. Bro, this party that he did, I don't know if you go search it. He had Sonora Matancera. He had over 50 bands.
Sonora Matancera con
Celia Cruz.
Jeez.
Tenía a Cortijo y su combo con Ismael Rivera.
Okay.
They had Tito Puente.
Young Tito Puente
coming in hot.
Yeah.
Tito Rodriguez coming in hot. That's my boy.
Yeah.
And why I wanted to shout out the Cubans, because the real guy who broke through the Latin jazz movement was Machito. Shout out to Machito and his orchestra.
That's
so
right.
and the list goes on. Like there was like 30 bands. And that was a hit. Like it blew the place. There was a line outside, and that's when the mambo started. Right. So that's the first time that, and once again, it's like, for instance, like Donald Trump, right? He wanted to kick the Latinos and the Mexicans out, right? And he don't understand that if we take out all the Latinos, not even all the Latinos, if we just take out the Mexicans, just one race out of all the superpower that we are, this place crumbles to the ground. So they need the Latinos. Yeah. So that's what happened there.
No, absolutely. And I mean, that New Orleans Cuba connection early on was everything, to just start jazz. I mean, from when Tito Puente talks about jazz, and I remember this from that movie Calle 54. I don't know if you ever saw it. Everybody that he names as the father, except like two people, as the fathers of Latin jazz or the godfathers of Latin jazz and godmothers, like 80% of them are African American. Like barely spoke Spanish, So it's that deep connection, man. And I think, that's jazz, but hip hop like has a similar background where it's a perfect mix of Caribbean and African American culture,
right?
And it's just a perfect pot, it's a perfect stew. In New York City, and you're just like letting it brew and you're just letting it cook, man. And that's what happens.
I missed this. The one of the main guys to break out the because that's what was happening in the Palladium Dance Hall. There was like a jazz Afro-American or American jazz bands. All the top names. I'm talking about Miles Davis, Dizzy Gillespie, and Coltrane. And all not just Afro-American, like Bill Evans and all these like amazing, white musicians too.
Yeah.
But they were, they one played, and then after that there was a Latin band. So they started like
mixing,
mixing, and they were like,
"Oh, dude, like you're sick."
And that's how Dizzy specifically he met with this conga player, Chano Pozo, who is the main guy to really break out the Latin jazz for real.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, I love what you're doing. Let me see what you're doing with the conga. Ooh, let me get you in the band. Boom, let's do these songs. And then he started working with him, and that's how it came to be, right? So fast forward.
Bro, even
we have this going on right now.
Even like Marvin Gaye's first album, I think, I Want You. Bro, that's a Latin jazz album.
For real.
Like that's like almost like a bolero Latin jazz album with like African American R&B. Like it's like a perfect mix. That's one of my favorite albums ever, bro.
I love that. Hey, listen, this is a topic that we might have to have a second part.
It's just part one, dude. It's
Just part one, and just understand, just we're celebrating Black History Month, Afro-descendancy, and just remember that, you know, it's Afro-American and Afro-Latino, okay? Just remember that. We're going to keep talking about that, but let's go into the one-on-one.
One-on-one. All right, man. So here's the one-on-one. Since we're talking about,
we'll do a quick one.
Very quick. Since we're talking about the African experience in Latin America, and just that transfer of culture and everything, language, music. Here it is. Known by Puerto Ricans mainly, the rhythm of bomba. I don't know if you want to do a little beat right there. Versus the second rhythm that's known to be in Cuba, rumba. So, of course, these rhythms have a bunch of variations.
Yeah.
But what do you like about each one of those?
Well, one-on-one, if I have to put one-on-one, that's a real tough one because they're both part of my heritage and both part of my life.
Yep.
I played both of them since I was a little kid. I got bomba is in my veins, and that's what I am. I'm Afro-Puerto Rican, and that's Afro-Puerto Rican main music.
Quick snippet. Just very, very, in 2 sentences, how did bomba get started?
Ooh,
2 sentences.
2 sentences. That's impossible. But
no, you can do it.
We're talking about in the late 1800s when the abolition of slaves happened. They weren't allowed to make music.
Okay,
right. It's not gonna happen in 2 sentences, but I'm gonna do it as quick as possible.
You just added another one right there.
That's what I'm saying. So then they couldn't make music, and then because they had to do everything that the Spaniards had to do. They had to dress up like them. They had to. So they said, you don't want us to do our thing? Okay, so we're gonna do your thing. And they started dressing like the Spaniards. With the women use the big skirts, right,
yep.
and the big clothes. We're talking about 1800, right? And the man used to wear the button-up shirts and the little hats and all this thing. And when they dance, they dance like all royal and stuff, and like doom, 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 right? So then they were like, so you want to do it like that? Okay, so hit the drums, tak 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 tak, doom 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 doom, chikalakum chikukum, and they started to dance and sing. Right, like if it was, so they could allow it, and they were like, they're trying to do, and they were actually mocking them.
But what about the drums? How did that come about?
So the drums, they're made of barrels, right? So the barrels this is hard to do in like quick. So the barrels were brought on the ships, and they had wine and resources, right? Wine and cheese and food. So they had to throw that out. That was trash. But Africans, Afro descendants couldn't make any music. They couldn't make any drums. They couldn't do it. They weren't free. So they had to take the trash, which was the barrels, and then put a skin over it.
Yep.
And then that made the drum, and that's how it came to be.
Improvisation, man.
Improvisation.
It's the greatest gift.
The greatest. Africans are the best.
Okay, so boom. Rumba versus bomba.
I got the bomba is in my heart. I gotta say the rumba is definitely I think the rumba wins that. Even though I'm bomba, but it's just like it's hard. I don't know. It's hard. I gotta say, bomba is my stuff, and I will always love it.
Yeah.
But it's just 2 different things. It's 2 different. They come from different regions of Africans.
Yeah.
So then there's different styles. So like the bomba is more rigid. Right? It's like, which comes from the Bantu tribes. But then when we talk about rumba, is more syncopated, right? There's more and it's richer it's a little richer in the way it feels when you dance, and it's like it's less rigid. And it comes from the Yoruba side,
right,
of the Yoruba tribes. I don't know. For me, it's tough. I have to say it's a tie for me.
It's a tie.
What about you?
It's hard, man. It's hard because, you know, you obviously grow up, like, listening to Bomba on the street in San Juan, like, you know, just around. And, like, to me, that always brings me, like, a sense of, like, you know, just missing something. Like, when I hear that, especially when we play, like, you know, at the shows and our events, like, it always feels like, man, like, I wish I was back home. Like, it takes me back, you know, to missing home. But, you know, I lived in Miami, bro. So
yep, that's that rumba.
Yo, like
Cubans.
some nights in Calle Ocho, you would have like a whole rumbong, like in the middle of the street. And to me, like, that was always like, I had affinity to it because it felt good. Like, it felt like, man, like, this feels very, very fun. And I just love the way that you know, they're playing it, because I think there's more room in rumba. And like, there's the melodies, they just keep adding stuff. And low key, like, the evolution of rumba, like, into, like, there's some groups that do rumba timba, you know, where they add the rumba to the timba. That's probably my favorite type of, like, Caribbean music right now.
Mm-hmm. It's the littest.
Yeah, it's just like a good mix of everything. But yeah, I mean, to me, I just cannot put one over the other. I mean, Bomba, the way you dance it, how it's tied, like, the roots of it. I mean, it's just, it's unmoving. Like, I just love it. So I'm gonna have to give it a tie.
It's definitely a tie.
See, because the thing is, you know, if I say Bomba, then, you know, Boricuas are gonna be like, yo, what the hell? And then if I say rumba, and the people in Miami are just not gonna be happy. So
yeah, it's impossible to get.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's two different styles. It's two, and the greatest thing is to have both at the same time at that night.
Yeah,
that night. And we
the
do that in
night.
Puerto Rico all the time.
Yeah.
Shout out to all my people that you know.
Yo, in the New Yorican hacían eso.
Yep.
Bro, that was
Rest in peace, New Yorican.
That was like, I spent like few nights in New Yorican where they had like bomba, rumba, just back to back. It's amazing nights.
That's crazy. But I think we're gonna have to give it the tie.
We'll give it a tie.
I don't know what people think. I would like to know what people think. Are you on? What do you think? Bomba, rumba. What do you think about that? One-on-one. We're gonna give it a tie, but I think we have a W contest this time.
We
right?
do, man. We do, of course.
I know you like the giveaways.
Hey, giveaways are you know, amazing, especially the one that we have today with Mariscos Maria.
Shout out to Mariscos Maria. How we doing over there? Let's see. Shout out to them. You know, make sure you follow Mariscos Maria. Pasando, you see in the bottom right there. Boom. I love that.
So here's what we're going to do. Follow Pasando DTLA. Follow Mariscos Maria. And follow Happening DTLA. And what we will do is we will draw a contest. I mean, we'll draw from the people that followed. And you would win a free like meal there. And I'm telling you, I mean, these plates are absolutely incredible.
Fire.
I ate there last week and I had a red snapper with garlic sauce. And it was just, man, I'm feeling hungry.
I am hungry.
We might need to stop by there afterwards.
Yep.
But
what time they close though?
We'll be good.
That'll be fire.
The other thing you gotta know is it's a free meal. You're gonna enjoy that. They have an al fresco dining outdoor space, and it's beautiful. They have some canopies, they have some amazing umbrellas and lights, like string lights. It's a whole vibe. They can't put music yet because of the restrictions, you know, and they don't have TVs.
No. But last time we went there, we what did we see? We
watched a Laker game.
We watched a Laker game.
Yeah. That was before the restrictions. You know, we were safe. We were safe.
Woo-wee.
So
I missed that.
Please follow Mariscos Marias, follow Pasando DTLA, and follow Happening in DTLA to win a free meal
from Mariscos Maria.
That's right.
But man, what you think about Afro-Latinidad in California, in Los Angeles?
Well, You know what? I'm just gonna reverse the question on you, and this is why. Because we've been in places where people are amazed that you speak Spanish.
Right.
So let's just cut to the, because you know in other cities that will not be a thing. In other cities, it's like, oh, okay, está bien, no te preocupes, loco, right?
For real.
But here is like, espérate.
Si no, cada vez que yo hablo, y a mí, I have a lot of patience.
No,
Thank God.
porque la gente, they start talking about you like, oh man, he skipped the line. Oh no, que say, señora, you know, do you want my space?
But like, it pisses me off because I've been to places and then, right, the person that is working there,
right,
is completely Latino, right?
Yeah.
Mostly Central American because that's, you know, LA, right? And the accent that they give me is hard to understand, right?
Yeah.
So that means that you're more prolific in Spanish.
Yeah.
And Spanish just happened to be my first language, right? Just that I also think in Spanish. So then I go ahead and just go there and, you know, ¿me puede ayudar con esto, por favor? And they talk to me in English. Oh, yeah, I can help you with that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sí, ¿me puedes ayudar con esto? Lo que pasa es que necesito que... Yeah, yes, we can help you with that. And I'm like, I'm speaking to you in Spanish. Why are you speaking to me in English?
And they have an accent too.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get that. Like, it's like, why is that? Why is like, and I'm like,
well,
I speak Spanish. They look at me and they're like,
yeah.
Oh, this black guy trying to be Spanish speaker.
I would say, well, I wouldn't say entirely
It feels like that.
But I feel like there is like almost a like stigma to speak Spanish that I don't think other cities have. And because I felt that too, man, where people, I'm like, you know, I prefer Spanish over English, any other language at any given time.
Definitely.
But for some reason, like, people just don't feel comfortable speaking to you in
they don't feel
in
comfortable
Spanish.
because
It's weird.
of my face.
It's weird.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm making it up, but it's like, it makes no sense to me. Like,
no,
you hear that my Spanish is not no like shoppy, you know, like, less. I'm not speaking like that. So like, you hear that I'm speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
Whole heart Spanish.
Yeah. Or maybe they don't get your Puerto Rican Spanish. But
even when I try, I know.
No, te vas bien neutral. You go super neutral.
Go neutral. I was like, hola, ¿me puede ayudar con esto, por favor?
It's pronouncing all the R's and
all
S's.
the R's and S's and no L's in between. But they still go like, why? And they go like, you speak Spanish? I'm like, I'm
So
Latino.
I do think that's something it's different in the West Coast and in other parts, you know, because, you know, in other cities there is that mixture already of like a heavy number or a large population of Afro-Latinos, so they're used to it, and it almost seems like, you know, because on this side that might not be the case, or that's very few and far between. Like, that doesn't, you know, it doesn't translate. For me, it's weird. Because my family, like, I'm basically like, there's a large portion of my family that's Afro-Latino, for Puerto Rican, and that's like a big surprise to people, and it's, you know, like, I definitely don't go and like, you know, telling people, oh no, like, I'm basically like, you know, more than 1/3. I'm definitely more than 1/3 black. Like, I did the DNA testing or whatever.
For sure.
But the thing
I wonder
is,
what I am.
But the thing is, like, you know, like, you will go to your aunt's house or your great aunt's house.
Look, I'm sorry, you keep talking, but that's what I'm talking about right there. Thank you, Maria Angeli. That's the right. I think that's what I think.
Yeah,
that's what's going on.
It's true. And like, you know, it almost feels like, you know, from the, when you go home to your grandparents and you go home to your, you know, great uncles and great aunts, like, you see that diversity. Like, you will have somebody that looks light skinned, and you have somebody that looks straight up black with a fro, and you have somebody that looks more my skin color. So, you know, it's weird where out here sometimes it feels like, oh, you're either black, brown, or white.
You either something.
Yeah.
You can't
and
be
it's like, wait,
all
like
of it.
that wasn't my experience growing up, you know, like
Right.
that was not my experience at all. So it's very interesting. And, you know, I like to claim that side because in PR, many of the families reject, you know, their blackness and want to say like, you know, things like hay que mejorar la raza, you know, like you have to, you know, improve your race, which means basically to marry somebody or have kids with somebody that's lighter skinned than you, which is again colorism. But that's something that you really live with, and no, like we gotta claim all sides. And I think in this case,
Definitivo.
like, you know, we have to be true to ourselves, and that sort of racism is just there's no room for that.
But you know what? We're gonna shift the conversation because you know this definitely is not a 5-minute thing. It's a real thing that we're gonna keep talking about. But I think we have a little something from Cristino. We got Cristino today.
Let's do it.
We should drop it and hopefully, you know, hopefully we'll get the vibes going.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have Cristino Sosa today, and he's a great comedian, and we're gonna show you a little bit of what he do. So I'm gonna show you what he do. Shout out Chris Sosa.
Shout out. Yo, he's hilarious.
Y'all good? Y'all good? We're living? Cool. Y'all can do better than that. We're living, we're alive, Cool. Let's go ahead and get this out of the back. Let's get this out the way. I'm Puerto Rican, Dominican, and Mexican. Okay? Yeah. All three of those races don't like each other, okay? I hate myself. All right? Y'all have problems. I was born with them, okay? I'm serious. I'm Puerto Rican, Dominican, and Mexican, yo. And it was crazy. Like I said, those races don't like each other. So every morning, this is me in front of the mirror. Every morning. Puerto Rican. Oye, papi, coño, pero you sexy, man. Look at you, man. You sexy, man. Coño, papo. Mexican. You gay, dog? You gay, dog? Look at your zipper, dog. I'm zipping, dog. Look at you, dog. You're gonna brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. Wow, bro. Brush your teeth. Go to work, bro. Go to work. Wow, bro. And the Dominican side, me just plays baseball. I don't even ask for it. I don't ask for it. It's just, I'm serious. I see a baseball field, I pull over. I no glove, no bat. I just hit the bases. You know? Puerto Rican, Dominican, and Mexican. Latinos make some noise. Latinos make some noise. I'm about to embarrass our culture right now. 3 Latin races, and I can't speak a lick of Spanish. I know. Trump was right, wasn't he? Right? About me, right? No. Okay. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I'm a waste of time, right? But it's cool. It's all right. Because what I lack in language, I gain in fucking moves, people. Oh, I can move, baby. I get down. Salsa, merengue, bachata, cabo, quentino, Taco Tuesday. Forget about it. Forget about it. I go out to the clubs, and I love going to Latin clubs. I don't go to these, you know, Club Ohm, One Oak, Hive. I don't hit those, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't get in. But I don't, it's not my thing. It's not even my thing. The Latin clubs are me. The Latin clubs, I'll stay in line because when I go inside, it's a movie.
It's a
Yo,
movie.
for those who have not gone to a Latin club, please go. It's a movie. It's a moment. It's a whole situation, right? It's like, yes, he's already in it. It's like, yeah. Listen, I'm serious because, yo, it's the dancing. It's all dancing. Every woman there is there to dance. That's it. They're not there to stand around waiting for sparkles.
It's true, dude.
This is lame. No, they're there and they're dancing with everybody.
We got Monica saying, yeah.
Monica agrees.
The beautiful thing, though, that I'd love to see is the interracial couples. It's beautiful, man. For the culture, for our country. You know, the Latina that walks in with the white boyfriend. Oh, my goodness. It's something to watch. I'm telling you, because the Latina, she walks in holding the white boy's hand like she just won an Oscar. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I just want to thank God for not letting me set up for less. Gracias. Para gringos, gracias, thank you. Right? And they're on the dance floor. They're on the dance floor, and she's killing it. The Latina, she's here. Boom. Everything. Hands in her hair. Wepa. Everything.
Wepa.
Right? Sats. Sats. Right? White boys like this.
En el Floridita.
That's the
They
real
want the
deal.
1 and 2, baby. Uno, dos.
Uno, dos.
Right? And then, who's there every single night? You guys will find it whenever y'all go. Y'all will see this man. It's Papi Chulo. Papi Chulo's there from the beginning to the very end. He's there. He's dancing with everybody. He's here. He's dancing with you. Boom. Spins you. Dances with another girl. Oh, yeah. Okay, boom. So another one. So, ties his shoes. Come back up. He's dancing. He's in it. He sees the white boy. He's like... Pero que eso? What are you doing, my friend? What are you doing? Come in here. I'm gonna teach you, my friend. I'm gonna teach you. Yeah, I can use the tissue, man. I'm breaking a sweat. No, si stupid. No, it's tissue. I'm gonna learn you how to dance, okay? It's easy, my friend. It's easy, okay? Listening to me and look at me, okay? Listening to what I say and looking, okay? It's easy. All you need to do is take your hand, okay? And grab your culo like this, ¿sabes? Grab your culo, okay? And give yourself a wedgie. Mira like this, ¿sabes? Give yourself a wedgie. Mira, pa. And you take out the wedgie with no hands. Mira, sa. And yo, Chris, yo, appreciate something like that.
That's crazy,
Yo, he killed that.
Let's welcome the King, Chris Sosa.
Yo, what up? We ain't here, baby. We're making it work, dog.
What's going on, man?
G.
What's up? Hey, man, I'm just coming off of a show, man. I apologize for the viewers right now. I am definitely paying attention to the road. We're
No
good right
worries.
now. I just want to make sure we made it happen. So I'm here, man. I'm still on the adrenaline of being off the show, man. But we are live. We are here.
How was the show?
Yeah,
where was it?
Oh,
Where was
man,
you?
the show was incredible, dog. Like we're out here in Houston. We definitely we covered all the CDC procedures. The caca de caca.
Like, caca de caca.
Procedures. The caca de caca. That's the CDC. That's what it is to me. But yeah, we're here, dog, and the show was incredible, bro. The show was incredible, man. Everybody did their thing. Go ahead.
Hey, Chris, I wanted to ask you, did Papo Flash make an appearance?
Oh, absolutely. Papa Flash is always an appearance, dog. Papa Flash is within me, so Papa Flash comes with me wherever I go. So the Papa Flash is there.
¿Is that Papito Culito Cochino?
The Papito Cochino was live in effect, live at 5.
Yo, bro,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Man, we love you, bro. We love your work, and we're proud to have you here. We were talking earlier about being Afro-Latino,
Yeah.
and I think this is a great example right here. Let the people know like where you're from, like your whole background.
Yeah. All right, for sure. First off, Chris Sosa, man. Thank you guys for having me on. And I'm from Houston, Texas, born and raised, and we're currently out here right now. But yeah, man, born and raised out here, man. And I've been doing stand-up comedy now for about 6-7 years, and we're definitely, we're in it. You know what I mean? I've been in it for a minute now, and I haven't been on stage since March. Since quarantine, COVID, since everything was like locked down, I have not been on stage. So today was my first day being on stage in months, man. And I was a little worried at first. I was a little nervous, like, oh damn, am I really, am I gonna be rusty? I was kind of just like feeling it out, but it felt great, man. It was all great energy. And you know what? Ultimately, like everybody's just ready to be out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like everybody just wanted to be out. So it really didn't even matter what I said, to be honest with you. They just like, we're out here.
They were just ready to laugh.
Yeah, we're just ready to laugh, dog. Straight up.
Just take the first breath, and they're like,
Yeah.
I mean, they basically sacrificed themselves to see you, bro. So
Right.
they better laugh.
Right. Yeah, nah, bro. So that's what it was, man. We're just in it. You know what I'm saying? We're just in it, man. Yep.
and also a very important question, because we Pasando DTLA, like how long you live in? You used to live in. Well, you kind of live in LA, right? You back and forth. You back home now. But what brought you to LA? Like, what was it that inspired you to come to LA? Actually, you lived in downtown, so you the epitome, like the best example of what we're doing.
Yeah. No, for sure. I was I've been living in LA for 7 years. The past 7 years I was out there, man. And really the only reason I came back, which kind of, I mean, you know, not in a bad way, but the pandemic was kind of a blessing in disguise. You know what I mean? So the only reason
we can't see you. We can't see you when you put. I'm sorry, when you put the hand there. We can't see you.
we want you to be an irresponsible driver.
I mean, yes. Do what you have to do. But I'm just saying.
No, for sure. This is only going to be for like, I don't know, maybe like 7 more minutes. But anyway, so I basically I came out here, you know, because of the pandemic and stuff like that. It just didn't make sense, you know, spending the money that I was spending out there in LA. And so, but I moved to answer your question. I moved to LA for entertainment, man. I was an actor first. I still am an actor, but that's what brought me to LA is just straight entertainment.
Oh,
whatever it is, it's in comedy, even music. I did my feet in everything, dog. Porno, I'm kidding. But there was a low time in my life in LA where I was like, maybe.
LA is LA.
It's
I
LA,
think a lot of us have thought about that when it hits the fan.
In LA, where shit is just like not working, you're just like, you know what? I'll sell my soul for a month. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
So yeah, that's what. But yeah, man, that's what brought me, bro. Entertainment. And,
how did you get into stand up? Like that seems like an intimidating thing to start.
Yeah, so stand-up has always been a passion of mine, man. Like before I moved to LA, I watched so much stand-up, and I studied it. I didn't even know like how to write a joke. I was just writing things down, like this could be a joke. Like I would just write things down, and I didn't know like that. You know, I was writing down premises and all the terminology that comedians use. I was doing that already. So whenever I moved to LA, it just seemed it just made sense. You know what I mean? Like when I came to LA, I saw my first show, like my first live like local show. It wasn't anything like crazy. It was just a local show at the Improv on Melrose. And I saw this guy come up. I couldn't even tell you the comic's name, to be honest with you, bro. It was just a local comic, doing his thing, chasing his dream. And I was just like, man, I saw that and I was like, yo, I could do that. Like, not like anybody, a lot of people like they think that they're comedians, you know what I'm saying? Like they think that they got, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, dog, I'm getting lost. But I'm gonna be straight honest with y'all. Hey man, look, let me just cut my answer real quick. I'm at a red light. Let me just be completely honest with you guys. Right now, I'm dealing with like, where am I going? I also have a flashlight in my face. And I'm driving stick.
Yo, but check this out. Wait, I saw somebody behind you. Can they assist you on that? Like, it's
no. No. We're listen. Wait. Listen, I don't want nobody. Look, everybody's doing what they gotta do. So everybody's good. Okay. I got a helper. I got a helper in the passenger seat, and then my helper in the back. She's recording me this process and everything, and they're both doing a great job of being quiet. So.
This is golden right here. I love this.
This is real right now.
I love this.
So anyways, yeah, man. What was the question again? Yes, I love
you asked it, right? I don't even remember it.
I don't remember.
How I started comedy. So yeah, I saw him doing it. I was just like, bro, like. I just knew I had so many premises. I had so many jokes written down. I was like, I got to do this. And it was actually my homie brought it up to me, and everybody's just like, yo, what do you think about doing stand-up? And I was just like, I want to try it. And it was this particular moment. I was talking to this shorty at the time. I was dating this girl, and she was just like, let's just go to an open mic. Let's just do it right now. Right? And I was just like, girl, you better stop it. And she was like, I'm serious. Let's just do it. And I was just like, all right, fuck it. Like, let's just, all right, fine. And so she knew of an open mic, right? And so she took me to this open mic. It was $5 for 5 minutes, $10 for 10. You know what I mean? I gave them $7, so I only wanted 7 because I didn't want to do the minimum and I didn't want to do the max. So I was like, I ain't no bitch, but I'll give them something, And so I went up there, dog, and I just went with what I knew, you know, just like, you know, my real life stories and shit that was going on in my life. And I ain't gonna lie, I didn't get a lot of laughs, but I got one chuckle, bro. It's all I needed. I got
to start the dream.
I got one chuckle where I was like, I'm fucking hilarious. I can do this. I can do this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at me. My life's a joke.
And he freezes.
You know,
he freezes.
This is what it is.
Yo, that's
My life's a joke. Look, I'm frozen right now. Look,
you
see?
did when you said it. You said my life's a joke,
And
and
you
you get froze. It was perfect. It was perfect.
Yeah,
Nobody
it's
could.
perfect.
We
That's
could
it.
never
See,
rehearse
I
this.
said my
We
life's
could
a
never
joke and
rehearse this.
My camera froze. Yeah.
Yo,
That's how it works, bro. That's how
But-
it works.
that's awesome
ahead.
to see an Afro-Latino shine. You know, and
Literally
it's,
shining in the car.
let's go. You know, and you know, as a you Puerto Rican, Dominican, and Mexican, right? Like we
Puerto
worked
Rican, yes. Puerto Rican, Dominican, and Mexican, man. All three races, and none of them like each other, so I hate myself.
I love that in the
That's just how it
stand-up.
works. Yeah, that's just how it works, dog.
Hey, man, have you ever been like booed on stage or gotten like bad
No, I've
reactions or
never
heckled?
been booed. I've never been booed, but I definitely have had bombs. I mean, atomic
Like chokes. You have chokes.
No, not chokes. I never choke. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Nah, baby, this works. No gag reflexes. I'm playing. Hello. We don't choke over here. They don't call me the shake weight champion for nothing. No, I never choked. But I definitely have had sets, bro, where like nobody's laughing. Like you can hear the kitchen in the back, like dishes being washed, and I was just like, woo! All
With the
right.
clank, clink, clank, clink, clink.
Yeah. But I stayed in it, bro. Like I ain't no bitch. I was just in it. And but I definitely have felt those things. I've never been. But the thing is, bro, like to be honest with y'all, I've never been afraid of bombing, bro. Like I came from a boxing background. Like I've been boxing since I was 6 years old, and I still box to stay in shape. But I was supposed to turn pro at 18. But like in boxing, bro, like I felt what it feels like to get punched just straight in the nose, dog. Like just das, like a cocotazo, just straight here, you know? And that shit hurts. And my thing is like on stage, bro, like, I mean, if they're not laughing, they're not laughing. But like that shit, I know it, like that don't hurt. It don't hurt me. I'm just like, all right, well, shit. I fucking tried. I tried. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
That's the right attitude. That was we have to look at life that way.
Yeah, bro. That's how it's been, bro. That's how. Ooh. Oh, sorry. I saw.
You good? You good? Let's.
Yeah, no,
Hey.
Wait, you lost again?
Yeah, no, but I thought I was getting pulled over, dog. There's a cop right there. Ooh,
Oh,
nigga, look. Can I flip the camera?
Yeah,
Do
flip
it.
it.
Look at this. Look. Oh shit. Look over there. Look.
Oh,
Dog, I just dodged that.
yo.
Hey, my G, I thought I was getting pulled over on live, dog.
That would have been so epic.
Caquita, CDC. You had some CDC, a little bit CDC in there.
Yeah. That was like caca de caca for sure. I caca de caca myself. Real
Yo.
talk. I just had a caca poo poo fart just now.
It's liquidy.
Yeah, super. I just squirted. Hey, my bad, y'all. Hey, listen.
Yo.
I hope that this is gonna be. Y'all are never gonna have this ever.
Ever. No, we would never rehearse
hope-
this, and it
I
would
hope-
never work this
yeah,
way.
I hope never get. Let me be an example. So whenever y'all do a next one, just go in the form that y'all send me. Let me just give y'all props real quick. Let me give y'all props. These guys right here are so professional that before we did this, like 3 days prior to, they sent me a form. So I had to fill out. It's like, okay, your name and your Instagram and all your social media handles, and then what do you want us to talk about? What do you want us not to talk about? Which I love that question. Like,
Because we want to respect the artist.
and listen. I only have one thing. We can talk about whatever you want. I only have one thing, and y'all saw what it was, so it's okay. It's not like it's really, even what I was talking about. It's not the end of the world. I just don't want to talk about that. Like I just don't want to be about that. You know what I mean? But we can talk about whatever you want. My exes, we bring out any ex. I'll call them by their name. I don't care. No, I'm kidding. I'm just playing. I ain't gonna call them by the name. But listen, I'm just having a good time, man. And
Bro,
y'all,
we too.
Y'all are tight. This is tight. I like this. I like what
Thank
y'all
you,
got going
man.
on.
Thank you, man.
I like the way you move.
Thank you, bro, and we appreciate you. And it's crazy how we met. Like I just want to say that because that's how we met. we had with Flowers Rhythm, we had a stand-up show.
Yeah,
right?
I was supporting my girl, Dariani. I was supporting Dariani.
Shout out to Dariani. Actually, we need to bring Dariani on.
Yeah,
shout out to her because thanks to her, we know this big boy. And it's crazy because I didn't know about you. Like, this guy is like a viral comedian. Like, we're talking about.
I don't know.
Come on, bro.
I don't know. I'm in the car.
Listen.
I'm in the car right now with a flashlight on my face, and I was bro.
Your content is really out there, and he's like in. I've seen you in like right now. We saw Laugh Factory. That's like a dream come true for any comedian.
Yeah.
You did that.
Yeah.
You were over there in the Houston Improv, right, or something like that.
I got off stage maybe about 30 minutes ago, or about an hour ago. But
Bro, you don't get there by bullshitting.
You're right.
So and like I didn't know, and then he just came through and he felt the vibes and he was like, "Yo, I like this shit. Like, yo, I'm Latino too, and I like, like, what can we do? Like, let's do something." We linked up.
Bro. And then you got on the Raiden hat. You had the Raiden hat. I was like, bro, I fuck with that.
Tostones.
Hard. I fuck with that hard, bro. Yes.
Tostones Sensei.
Yo, Chris. I think people want to know what you talked about tonight.
Can you give us a 1 minute?
So we're getting some comments over here. People want to know what you talked about.
What did I talk about tonight? What did I talk about? I talked about fucking.
Okay.
Can you do 30 seconds of one joke that you did?
You want to know? This is literally how I opened up. How I opened up was like this. Listen, guys, I don't have a lot of time, but we're just cut to the chase. Who's fucking tonight? Hit him with that one. You know what I'm saying? A little opener. Just a little placata, a little toma, just a little toma, and then I let them know, like I was like, honestly, I didn't ask for this look. I look this way, but I didn't ask for it, And I also don't need y'all to tell me. Like, this is for your viewers too. I don't need y'all to tell me who I look like because people insist telling me who I look like. So like, I got Starbucks this morning. This ain't even a fucking joke. I wish it was, but motherfuckers be fucking with me. I got Starbucks, and you know the name? They put names on the cups, right? Bro, these motherfuckers put Steph Curry on the cup.
No!
Yeah. So that's my life. That's how my morning started. That's how my morning started.
Damn.
So,
Bro.
That's rough,
so
man.
that's how I started. Yeah. That was like the first 30 seconds of my set. You know what I'm saying?
Straight
the rest of you I gotta pay for it. Hello.
Hey, that's right. And you know that's coming. Anyway, but before we get out of here, we want to do.
Already about to get out?
Oh, well, we don't have to, but I'm just looking out for you. We can keep going.
You look kind of lost, bro.
No, I'm here. I'm just parking. I'm parallel
you
parking.
Good? If you're good, we can keep going.
Yo, hey, he's doing that Latino mom like reverse parking, bro.
Yeah. Turn down the music. Turn it down. Everybody shut up.
No, listen,
Okay.
but this is something that in case you have to go, this is something that we cannot pass by. Like I want people to know what you're doing right now, because bro, this is real special, and please go and follow him on everything. Like you were talking about this new company that you were doing, you're working on, right? You told me about that idea.
Oh, yes.
What's going on with that? What's going on with that? Follow him down there.
Hey, I'm down ending it on a banger.
My G.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, cool. So look, this is what it is. Not just, but in August, I opened up my LLC. It's called Idea Productions. So I opened up my own production company. And idea, it's IDIA. It's not like idea EA. It's an acronym. So it's IDIA, and it stands for I Do It All, and individual, dedicated, inspired artists. Okay, and it's basically, this production it's everything that I do. It's film, it's editing, it's graphic designing, web design, producing, everything, all of it, right? And out here in Houston, if you're any of the listeners, viewers, and everything, like this is the second platform that I talked about this, because I haven't even been exposing it. But I am in the process of building a production studio, and it's literally in the build out right now. We're putting up drywall. I'm getting the keys by March. And this production studio is a one-stop shop. I'm telling
Congrats.
you. Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate it. But I'm providing everything. Like basically, when you walk into my shop, I want you to walk in as a beginner and leave as a star, like straight up. That's how I want it to be.
That's dope.
So I'm gonna have a film. I have a film sound room. I got a dance studio, and I got a recording studio. So like, if you're a music artist, you can come to my place, record your song, go to the next room and make a choreography, go to the next room and record the music video, like that. Toma.
Damn.
Plagata.
How big is the
Plagata.
space?
It's 1,500 close to 2,000 square feet.
Damn.
That's
Yup.
Dude,
great.
congrats, man. That's
Thank
huge.
you. Thank
Bless
you.
you.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
So that's what we're doing, man. Idea Productions, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, that's what we're in the process of doing, man. I'm sorry that this was a whole car ride thing, but you know what? We got
loved
great
it.
content out of it.
We
got
loved
great
it.
content.
It
out of
always works out, and thank you, Lord.
Yeah,
But,
man. Go ahead.
You were gonna ask something earlier. You said I thought you were. Gonna
I mean,
ask
I was
something.
just I wanted to know if Chris is down for the suelta. I mean, that was it.
Oh,
That's
let's
why.
hit the
That's why.
suelta.
That's why I'm trying to rush
on, we'll hit
because
the
I don't
suelta. I'm
want
sorry.
to.
Let
I
me-
don't
let
want
me
this
just
show
hit this
to
real quick.
end without my boy accepting. He accepted the challenge.
I accept the challenge. I ain't no bitch. We're
Very
gonna hit the
few
suelta.
accepted that challenge.
Very
Yeah,
few.
hell yeah.
Very few. So
Hell
you
yeah.
ready? Well, we're gonna
Hold on.
start it up.
Let me
Oh,
get it real quick.
Oh, you want to start it? Okay.
Is your DJ ready?
Yeah, but damn, I'm gonna put it in my car speakers. Hello.
There we go.
Hello, the first person who said that they want to start the challenge. I love that.
Love
I
it.
don't care. Wherever you want to go with it, it don't matter.
Let's go.
I ain't never scared. I don't know what's gonna come out of it, but I ain't never scared. Can y'all hear it?
Yep.
Yeah.
And can y'all hear me?
Yep. Sounds good.
Come on, man. Let's get it. Shorty's with me too. Yeah. Let's get it. Plagata. Fuagata. I'm dunking on these hoes like a shakata. The money in my pocket got a lot of that. Call me Misa Chico Stick, I'm trying to da-da-da. Oh, cause she's so thick. And she done hit. Light on me on her bones and I got a hit. Ooh, caught her sweater. She saw the sweater. I said, let me go. I said, sweater. Said, open the door. Open la puerta. Hello. Hello. Said my shorty wear Prada. Said she got a lot of ass. Got a lot of on her cara. Ooh, on her cara. A lot of ooh. On her cara. Shorty is beautiful. Shorty got a booty full of her. Oh, hold up. I'm coming back with it. Coming back on the beat. Coming back with the heat. Yeah, you already know. Y'all just met me. And I'm already here. And I'm driving in the car. And your boy in the queer. Because I'm always going forward. I take it there.
Bro.
Pass the mic. Pass the mic. I'ma go ahead and pass the mic to my boy TossTones. Hit that shit. Go ahead, boy. Hit that shit.
Bro, wait,
Bro.
before we go, we gotta clap it up. We gotta clap it up, and it's gonna be
Killed
hard
it.
to go out this. We need a second to take our breath
Banger.
in.
Banger. Yo, sign me.
Shout out to Chris Sosa.
Holla, DJ Khaled.
Oh my
Hey,
God, you
man.
ready? So should we go at it, or do you have to go, or you
Yeah,
stay?
I can bounce, but I mean, if y'all want to hit it, I'll stay here to hit.
No, we'll hit it. We'll hit it.
Yeah, go ahead and hit it. Go ahead and
Let's
hit
get
it.
it. You
Yep.
ready?
Dale,
Yeah,
vamos.
let's get it. Let's get it.
Zumba.
Durísimo. Vamos para encima. Yo. Ya llegamos, esto es otra cosa. Saludito a Cristino Sosa. Ya tú sabes cómo esto suelta. Pa' que las nenas se queden bien envueltas. Hey, y lo tenemos todo. No me importa, somos como los que les tiramos lodo a todos los que no creen. Porque cuando llegamos ya tú ves, ey, viene con el dembow bien pesado, pasando de medio lado, ey, tú sabes que estamos bien loud, dímelo padrino, ¿cómo que va?
Ea, diache. Papi, estoy aquí en un embache. Estoy aquí con Chris from the streets. Houston in the house, sweet. Mira, y me fui para el lado. Ay, me fui de tempo, pero yo creo que ya regresé. Papi, ¿qué tú crees? Estamos en DTLA. Mira, y tengo a Chris, tremendo comediante. Papi, que tú sabes, vamos para adelante. Me fui con el dembow y me fui para atrás. ¿Qué tú quieres hacer? ¿Nos vamos para allá?
Yo, dice. Llegamos a dejarles las cicatrices. Los MC baratos quieren que yo los pise. Lo que hice fue porque quise. y no paramos, porque cuando yo tramo, ey, por dentro le damos. Y con esto nunca paramos. Ey, y yo me suelto. Cuando lo canto sueno bien envuelto. Hey, y dile que yo estoy ready para esto. Cuando viene siempre conecto. Y no vamos a parar, no. No vamos a parar, no. Dime cómo que tú quieres que lo suelte.
Suelta.
Que no se acabe para que se envuelve. Ey, venimos con la peste. Y pa' que tú sepas lo secuestre. Desde Carolina, Santurce, de Parque Ecuestre. Ey, dime cómo es que lo sienten.
Mira, estoy aquí en la cabina. Me siento súper bien, tengo Calderón por encima. Vengo con el show bien adelante, pa'lante. Cris Sosa, tú sabes que vamos todo el día y la noche. Papi, tú sabes que le demo. Mira, cambié mi voz como si fuera Brian Myers. Mami, tú sabes quién es. Ella me llama para el tren.
Hey.
De aquí para el tengo el de.
Díselo.
No. When I just got off the show.
Hey.
You already know I'm from Houston and they know I gotta go.
Hey.
But I'ma keep on going. Cause you already knowing. And I made y'all shit sound whack. Cause I'm over here trying to go back. Damn, I'm not black. People be thinking I'm black. It's kinda, I am. I just made it worse. I'm balling. Okay, I'm out.
Yo, this was lit, bro. Shot,
Hey.
yo.
Hey man, thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for having me on here, man. That shit
Thank
was
you,
tight.
man.
Y'all are tight, man. Y'all are really fucking cool, man. I'm fans of y'all. So
We
thank
fan
y'all
of you.
so much for having me on. I embarrassed myself in front of these girls. But it was a great time, man.
I think you might get some today. I don't know.
Coge con papito, papito. Cochino.
Mira, pero ella se rió bien duro.
Eso viste, viste.
Tacho, pero está-
No. Hey, no disrespect. It was just a joke. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about
Hey
that.
man, I appreciate
Stay
y'all,
safe.
man. Y'all
We
have
love
a
you,
good
bro.
night, and thank all the viewers and all that, man. And TossTones, hit me up, bro.
We're doing some things.
Yeah.
Go follow Cris Sosa right now. Bro, thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, brother.
Hey man,
Bless
thank you,
up.
bro. Thank you. Y'all
We
take
love
care.
you,
Have a good
man.
night.
We love you.
Diache.
Wow.
Pura comedia.
That was lit.
Pura comedia.
I'm sorry, Chris. I hope I didn't mess up your game with what I said. They were very excited, though. Yo, but...
You low key might have. Oye,
No, I
se
think-
puso bien rojito.
Yep.
He
You
got
know
red
what I'm
really
saying?
fast.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, no, but hey, shout out to him. I think he's a young king,
Yeah, man,
young
he's great.
legend.
He's great.
Young legend. He doing things. We just did that, man. I think it was great. That whole mess was perfect. Cause for real, it was.
Hey, man, that's what comedy is for, dude. You just laugh at the pain.
It wasn't gonna be better than that. Like
Right.
if we did it like all smooth and everything.
Yeah, it would have
like,
been weird if he was in the studio.
right.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Shout out to Cris Sosa, and this is man.
Dude, we did it again.
We did it again, and you know, esto pasando. My name is TossTones.
I'm El Padrino.
Y recuerda, aquí está pasando. Están fritos.
Cultura over everything.
Yeah.
Pasando. Aquí está pasando.